Here's the analysis result for the guy you filled out the survey for. The result? C minus. This guy is below par. He has some issues to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He's more likely to talk big than actually go far in his career. He enjoys being in control and showing his style. But when it comes to hard work, he doesn't put in the effort needed to climb higher. You will rarely see him sacrificing comfort for growth.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong at work, he doesn't fall apart or show dramatic reactions, but he also doesn't deeply reflect or grow much from setbacks. Instead, he stays calm and keeps his surface cool, often brushing things off or insisting his way is still right. He's not the type to sink into worry or hide away, but don't expect him to feel for others or try to see different sides.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
At work, he's often blunt and focused on doing things his way. So people may find him tough to get along with. He can come across as bossy and doesn't worry much about hurting feelings, so there might be arguments or cold shoulders from coworkers. He's not the one who makes everyone feel included or valued.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you shine in your career, he's not the type to feel proud or cheer you on warmly. Instead, he might get a little jealous or feel uneasy because he likes being in control and having things go his way. Instead of sharing your joy, he's likely to focus on himself and might act a bit distant or competitive when you have big wins.
What if you start earning more than him?
If you earn more than him, he's likely to feel uncomfortable and even resentful inside. He likes being on top and having things done his way, so your bigger paycheck might feel like a threat to his place in the relationship. Instead of celebrating your success, he might act distant or try to downplay it.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He is very careful with money and likes to keep things in order. He isn't likely to make sudden, reckless purchases or waste money on impulse. He sticks to a budget and likes to stay in control, so be ready for strong opinions about how every rupee should be spent.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He usually lives within his means and avoids pretending to be richer than he is. He likes things to be in order and will make sure his lifestyle matches what he can actually afford. You won't see him showing off with expensive things just to impress others.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He is quite tight with both his money and his way of thinking. He isn't the type to give freely or help just because someone needs it. While he'll make sure things are in order, warmth and generosity won't be his strong points.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He is usually open and clear about money, but he likes to stay in control of how it's managed. You won't find him hiding bills or keeping secrets about spending, but he may want things done his way and can be stubborn about changing his mind. While he's not sneaky, his strong opinions might make you feel like you have less say.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He is likely to believe that housework should be done a certain way, his way, and might expect you to take care of most of it. He loves order and routines, so he'll want everything neat, but he won't always step in to help or share the load. Instead, he may give instructions or point out what isn't right rather than actually pitching in.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's the type who prefers to supervise rather than actually get his hands dirty with chores and diapers. He likes things done a certain way and may stand by, giving instructions or corrections, but rarely jumps in to do the work himself. You'll find him quick to notice mistakes but slow to pitch in.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He's much more likely to argue to prove he's right rather than really listen and understand your side. When there's a disagreement, he'll stick to his opinion and push back instead of hearing you out or showing empathy. If a caring and open minded conversation is important to you, this can be frustrating.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he doesn't usually yell or create dramatic scenes, but he can say hurtful things in a blunt or bossy way. He might make sharp remarks, criticize, or dismiss your feelings to make his point. He won't lose control, but he also won't spare your feelings if he thinks he's right.
Does he have a bad temper?
He doesn't get angry very quickly or explode easily, but when he does get upset, his words can be sharp and unkind. He's not the type to go off like a firecracker, but his strong opinions mean he won't hesitate to let you know he's unhappy, often in a way that feels harsh. While he may seem calm on the surface, his lack of warmth or kindness during arguments can hurt over time.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He finds it hard to say sorry and take real responsibility for his actions. Most often, he will blame you or the situation instead of admitting his mistake. This can make you feel alone or misunderstood in the relationship.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He can be very stubborn about getting his way and may struggle to accept your boundaries the first time. If you say no, he might push back with arguments or try to convince you otherwise instead of quietly respecting your wishes. Sometimes he may act as if his view matters more than your comfort or feelings.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is likely to take it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. He often connects your interest to his own sense of importance and may react with sulking, sharp comments, or act distant instead of showing understanding. He might not consider your feelings or reasons, focusing more on his own disappointment.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
With him, you need to be cautious. He lacks the warmth and kindness that make someone truly trustworthy in sensitive situations. He doesn't always think about how his words can hurt, especially when he's upset or wants to prove he's right.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He isn't easily distracted by other women. The need for fresh excitement doesn't pull him away quickly. However, his focus is not on deep emotional closeness, but more on routine and having things his way. His loyalty often comes from habit and order, not out of caring or effort to make you feel special.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
He isn't the over possessive or overly jealous type. He likes things to go his way and can be quite stubborn, but he's not always watching you or making you feel trapped and suspicious. If you want freedom to be yourself, you'll mostly need to watch out for his strict rules, not wild suspicion.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, for him, what might seem like a protective nature is more about wanting control than real care. He likes things to be done his way and will often use the excuse of looking out for you to set rules or manage your choices. Be careful not to confuse strictness with real caring.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He is likely to expect you to do most of the parenting work. While he might set rules and want things done in a certain way, he usually stands back and lets you handle the day to day care. He doesn't see parenting as a true partnership, and you'll probably carry most of the responsibility.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he usually stays calm and doesn't explode or show wild anger. However, he might react with harsh words, criticism, or stubbornness instead of offering comfort or understanding. He won't yell or make a big scene, but his comments can feel sharp and unkind, leaving the kids feeling judged rather than supported.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He's not likely to support your role as both a mother and your own person. He prefers things to be done his way and can be strict about routines and responsibilities, often expecting you to focus on household and family work above all else. If you dream of growing as a woman while raising kids, this may be a challenge with him. He'll often see you mainly in your role as a mother, not as an individual with your own hopes.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might support your career at first, but later expect you to step back or quit once you have a child. He likes routines, clear roles, and having things done his way. So when family life becomes busier, he may see your main job as being at home. Early encouragement for your work can quickly turn into pressure to focus only on the family later.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to act polite on the surface with your parents, but not show much real warmth or genuine connection. He will keep things orderly and respectful during visits, but meaningful gestures, friendly chats, or heartfelt care won't come easily for him. His kindness may feel more like following social rules rather than true affection, and your parents could notice the distance. He will expect your family to adjust to him, not the other way around.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he will usually stay calm and not raise his voice. But his way of handling things can easily make the situation worse. Instead of showing patience or trying to understand both sides, he's likely to be blunt or rigid, insisting on his rules and not budging. If you want someone who can bring peace and manage family stress with harmony, he may end up stirring the waters more than calming them.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you, but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is very likely to expect you to be a traditional, supportive wife in front of his relatives, even if he seems modern with you at home. He values order and likes things done according to social rules and family traditions. So he may want you to dress, behave, and even speak in ways that please his family. If you dream of being truly yourself, no matter who's watching, his double standards can feel restricting and frustrating.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension between you and his family, he will most likely stay out of it or quietly side with them. He's not quick to step up for you or challenge his parents' views. He likes rules and routines, so he often stands with the old ways rather than stand up for your feelings.
Say you have a conflict with his mother. What will this guy do?
He definitely has strong ties to routines and family expectations, so he is likely to act like a mummy's boy when tensions rise. In a conflict with his mother, don't expect him to easily take your side. His need for order and following family rules will usually matter more to him than backing you up.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he's quite likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister, especially if he feels unsure or needs support. For him, family rules and their opinions matter a lot, so he turns to them instead of working things out just between the two of you. If you value privacy and handling problems together, this will be a real challenge.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, after all that analysis, we can conclude that this guy is a C minus. This guy is below par and he has some serious issues to watch out for. Day in and day out, being in a relationship with this man can feel like living by a strict rule book. He wants things his way and expects you to adjust to his routines and standards, often putting control and order above warmth or flexibility.